I don't know what that. I don't know what that just was. That was creepy.
Just some mouth sounds. That's all ASMR is. It's mouth sounds.
That was crazy. A little creepy.
I know.
Let's not do that.
I know.
Let's not do that. Go get your water. Go get your water. Just go get your water. All right. Let's start filling it up.
What?
Mute your mic, man.
It's off.
All right, let's get some shares out real quick before the show starts. Ladies and gentlemen who are currently tuning in, make sure you click the share button. We're going to go live with Jimmy Smith here shortly. The show has not started yet. We just getting it in. We're getting it in. Let's get these shares out. Let's get us in the groups real quick. Jay is grabbing some agua. You already know. Let's get it. UCF, what's good, baby? What's good? What's good? We're gonna announce that tonight, baby. You already know. Stay tuned, my brother. You know we got Jimmy coming on. So we just getting the shares out right now, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. Give us a few minutes. We'll get the shares out, and we will start the show. Let's get it. Make sure you guys send your questions in for Jimmy. Right when we get started with the segment, I'll make an announcement and have your questions ready. We'll send them in. I'm going to try to rapid fire through them. I want to get as many questions in here for you guys as possible. Definitely want to do that for y'all. So make sure you know what you want to ask, bro. Or broette. If you can, go ahead and click that share button for us now. Let's get us out there. Let's get it going. I want this one to be special. One thing I know about Jimmy, man, is he absolutely loves interacting with the fans. He loves it when you guys, talk with him and give him your memories and whatnot. So definitely be ready and have all that on deck. So definitely be ready for that. Let's get these shares out and let's go. So go ahead and share it on your personal page, man. Tag your favorite Jaguar fan. Get them on. Get them in. Stick with us. Jimmy will be one of the first segments, I promise. I'm not going to make y'all wait to the end of the show. Do something corny. We know why you're here. I know I'm beautiful, but I know you want to see smooth, so. Uno momento. All right. We're in the groups. Let's get on Twitter real quick. Oh. Oh, don't do that. All right, good. Go ahead and tag your Jaguar fans, man. Tag everybody in here. We're getting everything posted out, so all platforms know we are live. Let me grab the YouTube so I can share that. There we go. That's a big one. To Twitter. Boom. Actually, I want to do it a different way. Let me copy the link. Twitter's kind of funny like that. Post the link. There we go. That's Jimmy. What's going on, everybody? You got a question for Jimmy Smith. I love it. Get those questions ready, man. Get those questions ready. All right. Let's go. Let's go. I'm feeling comfortable with that. Good. Let's get to the post. Back to the Facebook. All right, we good. Let's go, Jay. Jay was getting some water. He taking too long. I'm about to hit Jay with the oop. He out of here. I'm about to hit Jay with the whoop. He out of here. He better tighten up. I'm ready to start. Jay, let's go. You gotta be loud. He ain't got his headphones on. Jerry Brown, what's going on? I see you. Dale, what's going on? I see you. Artie, what's up, baby? Jags history. Sandra, UCF, everybody. Oh, that's what he did. He said he was going to get some water. He went to put the mojo on. You see that? He said he was going to get some water. He went to put the mojo on. Jack man, I see you, baby. What's up?
I had the mojo already sitting over here. I had to get water. Get some water, man.
Okay.
Get some water, man. Did you do the intro? Oh, I know you didn't play.
No, I'm about to do it right now. I'm about to go right now. We're going live right now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
All right, pour up. Let's get it. Podcast. I am your host, the hot take hooligan Agent K, and I'm rocking with the cannabis analyst Agent J. And this right here, baby, is a good one, boy. New Era episode 5 with special guest Jimmy Smith, J Smooth, Lightening.
Yes, Sirski, man.
Oh, bro, I'm lit for this one. As always, you know it's brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. Miller Creative Group can take care of all of your customized needs. Whether we talking hats or tees, trophies, awards, web services, anything you need, they got you. From design to print. Just hit them up online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group. Discover the one source difference. And you can also holler at the good folks over at 904 Printing. 904 Printing. They are the print shop gods. I'm talking about print whatever you need right on the tee, right in front of your face. Have it ready to rock and roll in minutes. Just holler at them for a quote today, 904-392-2139. Now, this is a great, great day for the Men In Teal as we come and welcome the Teal GOAT, the Knight in Teal armor, Jimmy Smith on the show. Man, I am excited as hell for this one. So I ask all of you, like always, but this time with a little more emphasis, make sure you following us on Twitter at Men In Teal Pod. You make sure you're following us on Instagram at Men In Teal Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Men In Teal Podcast. Subscribe to the Twitch at Men In Teal Podcast. Join the Facebook group. That's Men In Teal Podcast. Everything is Men In Teal Podcast, man. We make it easy for y'all to find us. And today, we going to give you exactly what you want, man. We about to get down with the Jaguar GOAT himself. Jimmy Smith will be live with us here shortly, and it's going to be a fucking movie. You hear me? How you feeling today, Jay?
Oh, shit. I'm lit, man. Like, I'm ready for this shit, dog. This shit been in the making for like 2 weeks, like 2.5, 3 weeks, really. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have to You know what I'm saying? We ain't had to do nothing shady or, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to grow organically, man. Just trying to get some good relationships. Just keep building, man. Like all the Jags fans all over, bro. Like people are excited. So yeah, I definitely was excited this week, man. Like last 2 weeks. Just even trying to hold it in last week to like before we told everybody.
Right. Yeah. So. Now this is a good one, man. This is where that crossover from host and super fan meets. And it's like, oh boy, here we go. So before we get into it with Jimmy Smith, man, let's go ahead and get right into the news briefly. First of all, I ask that you go ahead and click that share button, right? If you've already subscribed to us on YouTube, click that little bell, man. Go ahead and make sure that you're receiving notifications, because I would feel terrible if you missed an episode like this. And we have guests lined up. We'll be announcing next week's guest tonight. We have guests lined up for the next 5-6 weeks, former players, current players, influencers, everything, man. We are really trying to go next level with this now and bring you guys the best content possible. So please go ahead, click that share button. Get us out there to your friends, family members. You know a Jag fan, get them on here. I guarantee you they're going to love the show. I promise you that, because we bringing you the rawest Jaguar content on the planet. Teal as fuck at all times. You already know that. So let's jump into the news. We gotta start. You gotta start with the return. And no, yes. I'm not talking Tim Tebow.
No, I follow. Hey, I follow who he accepted my follow. I'm pretty sure he's accepting a lot, but I'm tapped in on that page.
Let me ask you this. So for those of you who are unaware, after Tim Tebow signs with the Jacksonville Jaguars to play tight end and change positions, there seems to be a former Jag attempting to hint around at his return as well. That would be one Justin Blackmon.
Yes, sir.
Justin Blackmon has taken to Instagram and posted a picture of him in the teal and black. And the quote reads, "I was lost in the dark, but I ain't never stopped searching for the light. Hashtag Jaguars, hashtag NFL, hashtag blessed, hashtag recovery, hashtag humble." Now, as people would comment on said Instagram post and say things like, "You coming back?" he would respond with a shoulder shrug or eyes to the side. Then he followed that up with a tweet of his highlights, or a post of his highlights rather, that says, "Run it back, Turbo." And again, this is garnering a ton of attention. So here's the thing, right? One, how confident are you that this account belongs to Justin Blackmon?
100%.
Okay. So did he have posts prior and he just deleted them, or what? Because there's only those two posts.
It's a new account.
It's a new account.
Yeah, but
you believe that it's him.
I believe MJD.
MJD said it's him.
Yeah, he's the one that pretty much showed people that there was an account there and was like, "Hey, like Jags fan, like, you know what I'm saying?" Because it's, bro. I mean, he's still a Jaguar. Like, as people don't want to, you know, people don't think about it, but he is a Jaguar still. Like, I guess technically, he's the only team he's ever played for, and we still own his rights.
Right.
I don't know when that ends. I don't know when that ends, but when somebody just doesn't finish their contract, I don't know how long it is until that contract is now null and void. But I think we still own his rights. So hell yeah.
Right. I know he filed retirement paperwork, but I believe if you unretire, you are then still tied to said team in which you were originally signed to. Right. So
yeah.
Okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, this, I mean, it looks pretty solid. Now, here's something that I'll tell you. Okay, shout out to UCF Jag. Shout out to UCF Jag right there. You know, he said, "Let's get it, fellas." Now he just hit me and he says, with a message from Justin Blackmon's brother, and he was questioning if that was his real account, and his brother says, "No, it's not him."
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Now, this could be a great troll by a Jaguar fan. I mean, if that is coming in from his brother, then I would dare to say that you can trust his brother. But again, you never know. He could be doing something and Lil Bro don't know. I don't know. It could be an attention grab. It could be a legitimate attempt at a comeback.
I was about to say, due to his previous antics or off the field curricular activities, most of the times wouldn't nobody know what somebody's doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't know if somebody has their own Instagram account unless you live with them. Now, if he's saying I live with my brother and he doesn't have one, then yes. But if you're in Oklahoma and he's in California,
absolutely,
you don't know what he's doing in his spare time.
Right. It's very interesting, man. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's him. I can't say whether or not. His brother comes through, says it's not. According to UCF, he sent me the screenshot. So, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. So, again, everybody currently tuned in, make sure you click that share button. Get it out there in the Jags groups, Jags Twitters, Jags Black Planet. I don't care where it is. Get it out there everywhere. Let's get it on the pop and share it to MySpace, all I care. Let's go.
I was about to say, I don't think most of the people in here know what a Black Planet is.
Hold on now. Hey, so listen, go ahead and get it out there, man. We are getting Jimmy Smith, the legend, on right now. So get that share button out there and get your questions in so we can make it happen. Before we do that, let's get a quick word from the sponsors.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
904 Printing is just better, duh. And speaking of better, we got one of the best to ever do it. Jay Smooth in the building. Jimmy Smith, the pride of the Jaguars. Thank you for coming on, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Let me ask you a question right quick, though.
Yes, sir.
How many followers y'all got?
Followers on which platform?
All of them. Any of them.
All of them. So right now we have 30 viewers live at the moment. Instagram is over 50. Our Facebook is clearly the largest, sitting over there at 680 in the group. We're at 127 subscribers on YouTube. So we are growing.
How y'all doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing good.
What y'all want to talk about?
Well, really, we just want to get into it and see what you're feeling about the current situation in Jacksonville, man. The excitement around the league. How are you seeing the Jacksonville Jaguars this season coming in after bringing in Urban Meyer and company? I mean, how does the team got you feeling as a vet? How do you feel about it?
I love it. I love the new era. You know. Now we're forced. The national media is forced to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars now.
Absolutely, and it seems like that is something, you know. Obviously, it's been lacking in the past, and unless they were cracking jokes, they weren't mentioning the Jaguars. And now it's the hottest topic on the planet. This offseason seems like Jacksonville has been more relevant than almost ever. You know, would you agree?
Of course. You know, you got the three top jersey sellers in the NFL over the past few years with Minshew and now Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow.
Mm-hmm.
And with Urban Meyer as our head coach now, the Jaguars are very polarized in the NFL right now.
Absolutely. It seems like every time you turn your TV on, be it Sports Center, Partner Interruption, Good Morning Football, it's everywhere. It's all over the place. They're talking about the Jags, and all publicity is good publicity at this moment, the hot topic in the league. If you look at the roster now that the final 90 as far as what's going into camp is solidified, how do you feel about the current stable of receivers that we have coming into this training camp?
I like the group that we have with Chenault and DJ Chark, Jones, but I'm extremely excited to see Colin Johnson this year. I think if he continues to get better, get stronger, stay in the weight room, stay on that squat rack at being 6'6" and having the ability to pick the knees and get the elbows going, pick the knees up and, come off the ball and put pressure on the secondary and be able to have the strength in his lower body to stop. I think it would be very difficult to stop him as a route runner in the NFL.
Absolutely. That's a big kid, man. And watching him through camp last year, seeing the highlights, and then watching him in game, it seemed like towards the end of the year, he really started to come on. And I think he gives you an element that the other receivers in that locker room don't give you. His size
Across the middle of the field.
Right. Combined with that athletic ability is something special that you rarely see at the position.
Well, I have to interrupt you. You don't want to put him in the middle of the field. You want to leave him on the perimeter. I mean, 6'6".
Yeah, we definitely do.
That's a mistake that Del Rio made with Matt Jones, putting somebody that's 6'5", 6'6" in the slot.
Shit, last year that was the only spot they could really. Yeah, he'll get broken. Last year that was the only spot they could really fit him in at. You know what I'm saying? He just whatever you get in,
wrong position. Position.
When you're that big, you make it an easy target.
But listen, that's all in. It's not Keenan McCardle's fault. Keenan McCardle's played the game. He knows what it's supposed to look like. Did we have a guy that tall in the slot when we were playing? Never seen it.
No. Hell no.
All right.
No.
So I sympathize with Keenan being in a situation to where he's not allowed to coach. And then when you're not allowed to coach, well, I mean, how frustrating is that?
Absolutely.
You're going down with the Titanic.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could kind of see a little bit, like especially with in the offseason, it was like, he may have wanted to be here, but it's like, let me be around some dogs that I can actually train as dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't leash me. Like these is big. Now he got Justin Jefferson and Thielen. It's like you can't play around with them anyway. So I mean, I'm happy that he got a different place to kind of showcase his coaching ability. Definitely.
No, he Keenan gonna act the ass with them receivers up there.
Oh yeah.
Because Keenan is in the situation that he's really, after being in Jacksonville, even though it's where, it was all good. It was the right thing to do to have Coughlin back. But no, it turned out not being the right place for either one of them. And that's just the way it is. Keenan got some dogs up there, and he is finna, I know what Keenan finna do to him.
Yeah, Jefferson's nasty. Thielen's nasty.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They're about to be nastier though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could tell from if you look at our receiving core from guys who came in last year or even the last 2 years, you can see like their footwork. You can see they were trying to get open. I mean, we just haven't really had the quarterback play to really kind of showcase it. But I mean, you could definitely see the strides.
Back to what I was talking about. You got the wrong receivers in the wrong position, and then, like I called Keenan. I'm like, Keenan, I'm watching the games. I'm like, why are all the receivers standing straight up at the line of scrimmage? Well, I know that's not, because I immediately called Keenan and left him a voicemail. He never did return, or because I already know they're not letting Keenan coach.
Right. Yeah, I felt that there was some issues just from an outsider looking in. I felt like there was some issues with that staff.
Well, I mean, it's
a
coordinator or the head coach. They got their vision of what they want their offense and receivers to do, and how they want them to stand on the line of scrimmage, and their own philosophy.
Absolutely.
But that philosophy, it differs from what me and Keenan actually made a living doing.
Yeah,
and that's having a proper stance so you can get behind your pad so you can explode off the ball, put pressure on the secondary, being able to keep your shoulders square at the top of your routes.
Yeah, and you can sell the run.
I mean,
you can sell the run too. It's a lot of little things.
If you're standing up at the line of scrimmage, you cannot explode, so the route is dead.
Right,
just off your stance. Just off your stance, the route
the little
is dead.
things.
Yeah, it's
over with before it starts. When you're not behind your pads coming off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think happened with Gardner Minshew last season? Do you think it was overall regression, or the scheme that Jay Gruden was trying to implement just didn't suit his skill set?
I mean, Gardner Minshew
he
should be celebrated because it was unstable. That's why we had to clean house.
Right.
Well, I say we, but they did. Well, I protect the brand. So
right.
Yeah, it is. Now that's how I felt going into the season last season. It was one of those things where it's like you got rid of the entire defense. You stripped everything away. The kid won 6 games the year before. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of how quote unquote, I guess what his ceiling is, the kid showed talent at the position. Yeah, he has to grow, but at the same time, winning games in the NFL isn't easy.
He's not a starting. Minshew is not a starting quarterback.
Right.
I mean, you have to appreciate having him here during that time, which you can see. Obviously, they. It was a plan. This is a long-term plan. At some point that was made shortly after the problems started happening with Jalen Ramsey and the Coughlin things. We knew that we were going to have to strip everything. Having Minshew was a luxury. You got lucky,
right?
But you strategically didn't really take advantage of him on purpose.
Yeah.
But he kept the Jaguars relevant, and that was a bonus.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
he was the first flash of that national media attention, man. He did set it on fire for
exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, Minshew has to be commended for carrying a whole franchise on his back through the national media when it wasn't even set up for him to do that. It wasn't set up for him to win, but it showed you how he was consistently a winner if he had the right components around him. But he's not a starting quarterback. But getting back to Minshew was a top jersey seller. So is Trevor Lawrence and Tim Tebow and Urban Meyer. The national media cannot stand the fact that they have to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Absolutely. They are hating it right now. So I'll jump to the fans, man. We got a bunch of questions flying in. I'll try to get to some with you. I know we're on a time constraint. So Jags History on YouTube states, I got a question for Jimmy Smith. He wants to know, what was your favorite game that you ever played in?
My favorite game? What do you mean in terms of, did he say, did he act?
He
did be more specific?
No, I would guess he means just your most memorable performance. I would guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it necessarily don't have to be like your highest output, but it was like the game where you just, like, say your favorite game where either the whole team was rolling, like chemistry, you know what I'm saying? I'm guessing something like that.
Yeah, divisional playoffs against Miami Dolphins in 99 or 2000 when we beat them 62-7.
Oh yeah, the retirement game. I was there.
Yeah.
I was
so
9.
That's the first Jaguar game I remember. So I'm a lifer. I'm 33 years old.
That's the loudest that stadium has ever been in history.
That was the first football game that I remember watching myself. That's always there.
Like, could y'all tune the sound out when y'all were on the field, or it was just like it didn't even matter at a certain point?
Well, it was a lift for us. It was just like, understand when the 12th man up in Seattle. It's a lift. That's man, what it does for us, but you can imagine what it does for the opponent. They give up quick.
Yeah,
they start fumbling the ball. They forget plays mentally. They're just like
that's 80,000 people.
These
like
people are extremely loud. It sounds like some 747s taking off. Even we were surprised, but we like we were. It was just one of the most memorable days in my NFL career. You know, I had a lot of things. You know, beating Dan Marino, making him retire. Jimmy Johnson drafted me, so it was good to that was his last game also. Jimmy Johnson.
You got to give it to coach. You got to give it to coach on his last one.
Yeah, had to. Yeah. Any more questions?
I think we do. Let's see.
See, y'all got to get your followers and your views up some kind of way. Y'all got a hashtag or something. Because y'all got a good show.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all got some synergy here.
We got another one that says, what do you think?
That's the most important thing about a show. If you got synergy, y'all got it.
Yes, sir. I mean, shit, we've known each other for a long time. About going like 8 years or something like that now.
Yeah,
we did a lot of work together over the time. So, we definitely appreciate that, man. That's all we, you know what I'm saying. That's all we try to do, man. Just try to bring the good vibes.
Put some Jimmy Smith stuff up there somewhere, man. Damn.
I'm trying to get some more. When they had the little garage sale at the stadium, I was able to pick up some posters the stuff that was like used to be hanging downtown. We got stuff too, but like somebody bought your poster right before I bought this Keenan. And I bought this Keenan because it's signed by Wayne Weaver. That's the reason I bought it. And so I'm gonna get Keenan to still sign it, and then I ended up getting a Kyle Brady poster also out of that. But Chuck, we working on getting all our merch up. When we get our studio and everything put together, then it's gonna look real crazy.
Yes, sir. I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
I lost my mic, man. That hurt my feelings. Jimmy was out. Did you see the sign? I got the big Jimmy Smith placard. Did you see that? Or did that not show? Was my camera off?
I saw you show it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually have one of your cards from 2004 back there. I've got a huge Jimmy Smith placard on the wall over here. I got you covered. We got you covered. I gotta get some signatures in here. That's what I'm slacking on the Jimmy Smith siggies. I got the Bortles, the Mangler over there. I gotta get the Jimmy Smith signatures up. No, we do have other questions, though. Eric Gilliam says, what was Jimmy's biggest play with the Jags, in his opinion? Just that one play that sticks out to you the most. What was that?
Oh, shit. Now we can't hear you.
Oh, we lost Jimmy's sound. Hold on. Let's try. We're having difficulties with Jimmy's mic. Hold on. We'll try to get him back. I'm not sure what it's got. Mic check. I can't hear you.
Bitcoin, the best money we've ever had.
Let's try to bring him back out and on. Something weird with the mic going. Check.
I can hear you. I can't hear Jimmy.
Yeah, we got movement. We just don't have any movement on Jimmy's mic.
You might want to unplug the headphones and plug them back in, maybe.
Yeah, we're sitting good. We're sitting solid right now. We got a ton of viewers on asking questions. If we can get him back in, that will be best. If you want to close out, Jimmy, and click the link again, if you have a moment, try that. We lost him there with his mic. Not sure if it's restream or what. I've never lost mic before. That was odd.
Yeah, that was weird because your mic dropped out and then.
But the video was active, right?
Yeah, but yours was.
You could see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Right. So that was weird. That was weird.
Shit, I might have to run a little commercial right now.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing. We're just better, duh.
We really truly are. 904 Printing is just better, duh. And we're trying to get Jimmy back on now, so y'all bear with us. And we'll get to all of your questions, as many as we can. I know we were kind of running over time as is, so if he has a minute, I'm sure he'll jump back in. Just bear with us. We lost his mic. Not sure how. Could be a restream deal. But we'll try to get him back on momentarily. Just give us a moment. Stay tuned, and we'll get it. Man, it's awesome. It's awesome hearing things like that, especially, we've had this Gardner Minshew conversation before, where we've talked about what Gardner meant to the Jacksonville Jaguars and the turn that the fan base made on him, the unjustified just swap and hate that was thrown in his direction. When, as you pointed out many a times, you could clearly see everything was ripped away from him. The team was stripped down to the bare minimum.
Yeah, to nothing.
It was like taking a sports car and ripping all the turbo out of it and expecting them to go win a race. It wasn't going to happen.
No, it definitely wasn't.
But he's right, man. Jimmy definitely did carry. Gardner did carry this franchise through some tough times and made it fun and relevant. I know I was out here in the Midwest showing up to the gym in jorts, a Minshew jersey, and a mustache working out.
Yeah,
and
keeping us relevant.
People knew who I was.
Yeah.
I'd walk in and people would take pictures with me and go, "Oh man, it's Minshew." And it was hilarious, man. They really bought into it. It was awesome. So
the fan base is just really it's Jacksonville, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, like the fans, bro, we're gonna hold on to whatever we got, bro. You give us a little, we're gonna boost that shit up. What happens, bro? You get a little, you get $1,500. What you gonna do? You gonna cop a whip. You gonna stack up a little more. What you gonna do? Throw some sound in that bit. Then you gonna stack up a little more. Then you gonna throw some rims on that bit. Like, give us a little, we gonna make that shit shake into a lot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't much. It's just, guess what? This is who we got. We love the Jaguars, bro. Like, whoever gonna be the quarterback, as long as he ain't throwing 4 interceptions a game,
right?
Motherfucker, straight with that. When it's that Blaine Gabbert shit that motherfuckers don't want to see. You know what I'm saying? People was fucking with Chad Henne. It was before the social media era, but people was fucking with Chad Henne. Chad Henne we see he throwing them balls to Justin Blackmon. And I mean, Justin Blackmon was getting the fuck off, but Chad Henne was a capable quarterback. We were winning 6-7 games a year, and maybe get to 8-8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But those type of quarterbacks, like so I saw somebody make a post in one of the Jags groups not that long ago, and it was actually Dave Cicillo, the Jags insider. He was out there and he made a post, and it was really to clown Minshew, but it was something he posted in 2019. It had Minshew in a gold jacket, Minshew hoisting a Lombardi, and Minshew in a Pro Bowl jersey. And it says, "Man, I hope I don't regret this." Right? And I went back and said, all of these things were possible, but we're not ready for that conversation. And what I meant by that is that Gardner Minshew had a skill set that would allow him to be successful in an NFL offense. If Jake Delhomme can win you a Super Bowl, if Matt Hasselbeck can be one of the top, if you can have quarterbacks that are limited like that, go out there and put you in position or win Super Bowls, make Pro Bowls, etc. If we're talking about Matt Schaub as one of the best quarterbacks at certain moments in the league, there's no reason that Gardner Minshew couldn't have been that guy. Would it have taken the perfect fit? Absolutely. And are you better for moving on to Trevor Lawrence? Absolutely.
Exactly.
But you can't argue that in the least bit. You have a certified, true talent at quarterback that most teams would beg to have. So absolutely, you should have moved on. There's no question about it at this point. But just because you left your ex-girlfriend, don't mean you got to talk about how bad she was in the bedroom. Don't mean you got to down her for all of the things she wouldn't do that your new girl do better.
Or she was good. You just keep that shit pushing.
You ain't got to get
just keep
sloppy.
That shit pushing. You don't have to be sloppy, bro. Just keep that shit fucking pushing, bro.
So shout out to everybody currently tuned in, man. I shot a message over to Jimmy on the DM to see if he's able to hop back on or not. I'm not sure if those technical difficulties shut it down for good. If not, man, it's still
It was a dope
incredible
interview.
show. Having him on, just what we got from him
It's
was
the best
amazing.
Jimmy Smith interview. It's the best Jimmy Smith interview I've seen all week.
Bro, I saw that man on that. I don't even know whose show it was, where they went back and forth regarding the Kaepernick situation. And Jimmy was throwing them things, bro. He was like letting it fly.
He been keeping it till, man. You gotta let that
Yeah.
shit. Hey, bro, fuck that. You heard what he said. This is us. It's we.
Well, Jimmy Smith is the knight in teal armor,
But he owns the
Twitter.
logo. He owns the logo.
He is exactly what Urban Meyer is preaching when he says owns the logo, and definitely a knight in teal armor on Twitter. I would love to see more former Jags players joining his crusade in defending the franchise. Instead, we see some constantly bagging on the franchise. I ain't gonna say no names. We'll keep it moving because we like to, we like to keep it classy over here at the Men In Teal. But instead of those guys constantly bagging on the franchise that paid you millions of dollars and gave you an opportunity to live your life, live your dream rather.
Showcase your talent on the big level, bro. Motherfuckers got to play against DeAndre Hopkins twice a year and got to update profile. The T.Y. Hiltons twice a year. Like, come on, bro. Don't dog them. Bro. Like I say, bro, it is what it is. It was what it was. But
right.
You let that old man dictate. You let that old white man dictate how the rest of your young black life was going to go, and he made you, and you had to do all that shit, bro. Now you had to deal with all that moving team, bro. That shit ain't cool, bro. You in LA, bro. You got a big contract. Guess what? You ain't gonna see none of that money for real, bro.
That man's still salty,
bro. You got baby.
I hate. We get on Instagram and we get on Facebook and we see these people saying, "Oh, y'all salty." Talking about this. Other Jaguar fans saying, "Oh, y'all hating, y'all crybaby fans, y'all are salty."
He's passive aggressive, bro.
He's still doing these things. He's got our name in his mouth, from Hard Knocks to interviews to tweets. Yeah. He's constantly taking shots,
and he's not gonna say nothing. It's always gonna be subliminal and passive aggressive because we played him this year. Like the problem I really like
throwing rocks and hiding your hands. That's what he
every
does.
time. Yeah, he definitely does.
He throws rocks and he hides his hands every time.
But yeah, bro, you gotta think, bro. But you can tell he's salty. But I know why he's salty, bro. He's salty because, like I said, he got that $100 million contract. Guess what? You're in California now. That $100 million is probably about 72. You got 2 different baby mamas. Yeah. So now you can take that 72 and cut that down to about 66 because you gotta take care of that. And then that's cool too. But now you got a $66 million contract over 4 years? Like, I'm just a regular person. I go to work every day.
Mm-hmm.
But you could have been in Florida making $100 million and you would have got like 80%. You could have got like 80% of your money. 90% of your money.
He really didn't want to be here. And it was all for emo reasons, man. It was all emo.
I'm not gonna say my hottest take because it's not appropriate for other people to hear. It's only appropriate inside like private walls of different kind of chats because I will be canceled. But Jalen just, bro.
I'm with you.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna move off of Buddy, but it's just like I say, it's not. They don't even really. It really pertains to him mostly because of he's the highest profile guy. But other guys they'll try to take shots, but most of them won't because why would they take shots? Motherfuckers got to come here and play, get initiated into the league, and now they go on to another job and get more money.
Absolutely. So while we wait to see if we're going to be able to get Jimmy back, I do want to take a minute to talk about something. I was speaking with him earlier today, and I told him that we would definitely get to this new product he's launching. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about this product and at least get it out there for you guys, even if we can't get Jimmy back on, because I feel that is exactly what we should do. I mean, this is a Jaguar legend who is coming on, and he interacts with the biggest of boys and the smallest of boys in the podcast game. And he was propping us up on the show. It definitely meant a lot to me to hear that come from him. who he is, especially to us in our life. So let's talk about what Jimmy has. So Jimmy has a product that he is launching at this moment. It's called Sabita. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. Sabita. Sabita? You think so? Sabita. Sabita. So Sabita is a CBD performance drink. So this is like Gatorade had a baby with some cannabis, but removed the THC from it. So basically what we have here is CBD infused performance drinks. So you're talking 24-hour shots. So they've got the AM shot, right? 9 milligrams of CBD, the Mocha Cafe. They've got the 12 milligram on the go for your afternoon, the mandarin orange flavor, 15 milligram PM at night, the lavender chamomile. I mean, they got you all set up with the 24-hour shots. Then they turn around and say, okay, you want a big boy drink on the go? No problem. They've got the Prime. That's 15 milligrams of CBD, cherry limeade flavor. They got the Complete, bro. That's 25 milligrams. That's the lemon lime. That's Jay's favorite. Jay loves the lemon lime. Then they got the Restore, 20 milligrams blueberry pomegranate. I mean, the flavors are great. Now, the difference that I noticed in doing my research on the Sabita, it's hard to say, man, on the Sabita, is that their product is actually certified by third-party testing. So for those of you who don't really understand what that means is when you get into the beverage business, especially when you start to cross lines over to the supplement game, there is no FDA regulations. So I know this because I had a pre-workout company and I have a distributor out of Georgia. We make very, very, very strong pre-workout called iCore. You can check it out on Instagram at Join the Bloodline. But it's very, very strong pre-workout. And I was able to sit in my gym way out here in the Midwest and craft a formula myself, take that formula, send it in, have it created, and distribute it all across the world with no sort of FDA regulations. So that means I could say, my pre-workout will turn you into the strongest guy in the gym after one serving. And when it doesn't, you can't do anything about that because the FDA doesn't regulate it. So when you see third-party testing done and that this was certified through trial by third-party testing, that's big. So Sabita is definitely the real deal. You guys definitely need to support Jimmy in his post-Jaguar life. I mean, he's a Jaguar forever, name up there in the pride, but you definitely want to check him out, man. So you can go to www.cbida, that's sabita.com, and you can actually purchase right then and there. Me and Jay are grabbing some tonight, and we'll actually give some away on next week's show. We'll do a contest, and we'll give some away if it gets shipped in time. But we'll order tonight. We'll get it out there to you guys next week so we can have some fun with it, man. We'll try it out and see if it's everything I think it is, man. Anything Jay Smooth's name is on, I can vouch for 100%, just off the strength. Just off the strength. So make sure we check it out. And you can check it out. You can check him out on Instagram as well with the product. And that's at Your Bland CBD. Your BLAN CBD. Facebook as well. That's Sabita CBD Drinks. You can like the page, man. Support Jimmy in this post-football endeavor. Let's show him just how awesome Jags Nation can be at all times, man. So let's do that. If we get him back on, great. If not, we got to keep it rolling. As always, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. Miller Creative Group, they handle all of your customizing needs, whether it's hats and tees, they got what you need from design to print. You make sure you check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group, discover the one source difference. And our good folks over at the 904 Printing.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 904 Printing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Make sure you call them for a quote today. They can get you taken care of. They are also the official provider for the Men In Teal Podcast apparel, the Trevor F. and Lawrence shirts, the Tight End Tebow shirts. We got them all available online, so you can check them out. Just go to 904printing.com and you could call them for a quote today at 904-392-2139. If you need anything done in the realm of custom apparel, business cards, flyers, banners, etc., they will beat any competitor's price by 10%. Just check them out. That's 904 Printing. So, moving forward with the show.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot going on, man. And the Justin Blackmon thing, that still stuns me. UCF Jag tunes in. He says that, that was his brother confirmed that it was not him.
Mm-hmm. So,
like I said, I feel like at that point, you got to kind of rock with the brother. Now, if something else comes out, we'll see from there. But it is an interesting situation with the Justin Blackmon deal. Here's the thing that I really want to talk about for a moment, and it's this mainstream media mishap bullshit. And we were kind of getting into it with Jimmy a little bit, and it's nice to see that he recognizes it as well. The mainstream media is really, really reaching here, and I find it difficult to harness my anger and not let it out, because the reports are getting more and more egregious by the day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. So I'm the hot take hooligan, right? That means I say wild shit, right? That's kind of my thing. I say wild shit. Okay. Most of what I say, though, no, fuck that. Not most of. All of what I say, though, has factual backing to it. I don't just say some shit that I can't support my argument on, or that was proven false, or I won't argue with statistics. We can have a debate on any topic, right? But the mainstream media is crossing a line into just borderline fallacy, just out there, total lies. Absolutely 100% lies.
See, I ain't been paying attention to like social media, like, bro, like if you look on my Twitter, bro, and what my timeline looks like, I don't be seeing no Jaguar shit. I see a lot of entertaining and shit, and a lot of shit that I do like to see, but bro, that shit don't be. I see whatever like Adam Schefter puts out. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Cause I don't be in them groups. Like I be working, so I don't have time to be in them groups and all day. Like I'll be in our group, I check it, and I'll be able to try to interact as much as I can. But like during the week,
yeah,
I can't. To me, it don't really. I just be like, bro, they always hating on the Jags. Anytime I look up, I listen to the national though. I listen to the podcast. Joy Taylor be talking spicy all the time. She just don't like Jacksonville.
No, really you're missing it, dog. You're missing the real shit, though. These cats came out and said Trevor Lawrence red buttoned the Jaguars 3 times on draft night.
We had the video.
But the moment the hunt dropped,
yeah,
they took that and completely ran with it and said Trevor Lawrence sent the Jags the voicemail 3 times on draft night before finally answering his phone. That is the biggest lie I have ever heard when talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was literally stated in the post-draft presser that the Jaguars were attempting to call Trevor Lawrence on the NFL-provided draft phones, right? The NFL provides phones to the draftees and the teams to make the call on. So it is a 100% secure deal. The line nothing bad can happen, right? Like that's the purpose for it.
And it wasn't coming. And it wasn't going through.
And it wasn't going through. So Urban Meyer, after the third ring,
called him on his personal phone.
Took his personal cell phone and contacted Trevor Lawrence on his personal cell phone in order to get the call in. So mainstream media, while you sit here and lie blatantly to the rest of the world about what happened on draft night with the Jacksonville Jaguars, after the Jacksonville Jaguars have already come out and spoken on the incident prior to you catching this story weeks down the line, let me tell you something you should be talking about. Why aren't we talking about the fact that when the Jacksonville Jaguars get the number 1 pick in the draft and they're told they have to wait until the 6 to 7 minute mark before they can announce it, the cell phone you provided all of the sudden won't work when they attempt to call the number 1 pick in the draft?
Exactly. Fuck around.
Now that's a story.
That's the story. Because think about it. Oh my God, Jacksonville. Look at Jacksonville. They couldn't even get the pick in. They lost Trevor Lawrence because they couldn't get the pick in.
Right.
I got us fucked up.
Exactly. I'll tell you this. It's already come out. The thing is, the story has already been put out that Urban Meyer said, fuck this, grabbed his personal cell phone, called Trevor Lawrence. Personal cell phone. What did Trevor Lawrence say? Coach, I was getting a little nervous why it was taking so long. Right? Yeah. So this is not anything to do with Trevor not wanting to come to Jacksonville or anything like that. The proof is already out there. It's right there. Because of course, trying to take something and spin it.
Because of course they didn't put the link to the video and say, hey, you could watch the whole thing. It's actually a really nice production. They took a lot of good time to produce this very well. It looks really good, and you know what I'm saying. You could have did that.
They took the clip. They took the little short clip, right? Yeah. They took that little short clip, but the problem is what they didn't take is the post-draft presser. They didn't explain the 3 calls on the other phone, and they didn't talk about that per se. They just said after 3 calls going to voicemail, Urban Meyer grabbed his personal phone and made the call to Trevor. That's what they said.
Truzzy Iller, NFL tempered Jags draft phone. Fucking right. They knew what time it was. That's my point.
That's what we should really be talking about here. The NFL has come in and tampered with Jacksonville's draft phone. That's the facts. Roger Goodell is on the phone with the Jets like, say, shouty. Check this out right quick. We about to make it to where Jacksonville can't get that pick in, right? So go ahead and fill that Trevor Lawrence card out real quick. And as soon as them boys don't get it in, put the pick in. It'll be the biggest draft blunder in league history.
Trevor Lawrence ends up going to New York. Jacksonville has to settle for Justin Fields. We fuck around with took Trey Lance. I would have been like, what the fuck?
What? Bro. So yes, please. The mainstream media is getting out of hand. Then they turn around and they focus on the draft grades. The Jaguars had wide receiver Jalen Waddle with the same grade as Trevor Lawrence.
How could they even think that? How could that even be possible?
You dumb Twitter typing, microphone squeezing, fat tongue, slow breath, mayonnaise eating motherfucker, you listen here. Everybody with a brain knows you grade by position group. Trevor Lawrence received an 8 as a quarterback. That had nothing to do with how he compared to receivers, running backs, tight ends, etc. He received an 8.0 as a quarterback, the highest grade as a quarterback. Jalen Waddle was the best receiver in their eyes in the draft. He received an 8. I would guarantee you Penei Sewell received an 8. Kyle Pitts received an 8. Patrick Surtain probably received an 8. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, you guys are really sitting here trying to create a whole other narrative as if the Jaguars were dumb and had other players ranked the same as Trevor and maybe wouldn't have taken. Like, these storylines the media creates about Jacksonville are borderline flagrantly disrespectful.
Blatantly disrespectful, bro. It's any opportunity, they're gonna take it. They're gonna take that shot. And it's like, bro, like, damn, bro, like, do we show y'all that we are like just like, I mean, I guess because we lost a lot of games, but it's like on the outside, it's like they lost 15 games in a row. But it's like, bro, y'all get paid money to do this, bro. Like, do y'all do any research into y'all know that Jalen Ramsey doesn't play here anymore. Y'all know that AJ Boyer doesn't play anymore. Y'all know Calais Campbell doesn't play here anymore. Y'all know Allen Robinson and all these people don't play here anymore.
Right.
Like, how the fuck are we supposed to win games? Those are all the people that we either paid to come in or drafted. That was the plan, was for those guys to do what they're doing individually, all on those separate teams. We're supposed to be doing it here. Right. It just didn't work out like that because that's just how the fucking NFL goes, bro. If you're not like, we're not a blue blood original NFL team, bro. We ain't been around 75 years, bro. Like we just passed 25 recently. We're gonna be heading into 30 coming up soon.
Yeah. We're not the Lions.
Yeah, we're not the Lions. Yeah, we've been around from the beginning of time, bro.
We receive hatred that's on another level, and it makes absolutely no sense because you have a franchise like the Detroit Lions. They had a Hall of Fame running back, the best ever, one of the best ever.
But I'm gonna tell you why, bro. They just keep trying. What did he say? You're not gonna little bro me. We're gonna have to put that clip in somewhere. David Fisdale. Mm-hmm. They just keep trying to little bro us.
Yeah,
and I understand. You're 40 years older, 50 years older. You think y'all just people have this like facade for these teams. Like you say, all these people, what are their favorite teams when you look at the sportscasters? It's the Steelers, it's the fucking Cowboys, it's the original team, the football team, the Eagles. Like you got people who, none of their favorite teams are the Panthers or any of these like real extension teams. Like maybe there's some Chiefs, like there's Chiefs fans now, but there was Chiefs fans a little while ago. But come on, dog. Like I understand we gotta earn the stripes, but it's just like, damn, bro, every little shot, you know what I'm saying? Damn, it's every shot. Like every opportunity, it's like anything that comes out about the Jaguars is gonna be negative. But I guess I understand it, but I don't, bro. Like it just keep picking. But I feel like honestly, the players feel that shit too. Because they don't really. It gets to them, but I don't think it really gets to them because they're professional athletes. Like they're going to get paid. They get paid to play football. Right. So, but for them, they're taking pride in. Like I say, that's why bringing in the culture change is supposed to help. It's supposed to help, bro. Like, you bring in the coach, you bring in the players. You try to bring in high character guys. Hey, team first guys. Like I say, we got to put the logo first. Like you got to own this shit. Like, bro, this is y'all building. Like y'all see there's no championships up here. It ain't no Hall of Fame players up on the walls in that motherfucking stadium. There's a wall. There's a pride. The wall of the pride. Like that's up there, and that's the highest right now. That's the highest that you can get while wearing our jersey. Right. So you could definitely achieve for that, but it's a whole bunch of open space on that bitch. You could put a whole bunch of shit up there. Let's put some AFC championships up that bitch. See, the thing is, the Panthers got to 2 Super Bowls, right? So they don't look at them like little bro no more. They look at them like part of the club because there's still some other franchise who ain't never been to a Super Bowl, and they've been in the same amount of time we've been in. Right? They say won one, but they've had opportunity. When you get into the game, you got a chance. So it's like we do got to earn it, but it's completely uncalled for, bro. Like there's 31 other teams, right? There's 31 other teams, but I like it. But that's the thing. But this is what comes with. That's at the same time. This is what, to play devil's advocate. This is what comes with the attention. Everything we do is gonna be scrutinized. Every little single thing. So we probably really gonna have to just get used to it. Like I don't want to just be like, oh, get over it. But we kind of gonna have to because bro,
but you can't lie. But if we want that spotlight, lie.
They're gonna lie all the time, bro.
There's a difference between the Tim Tebow situation, looking at that and saying, okay, and not giving the Jags the benefit of the doubt and kind of picking fun at them and all of that. That makes sense, 100%. You want to clown the Tebow situation, no problem. I get that. But to turn around and lie?
Yeah, but okay, so but the thing is, it happens, bro. You know it happens, bro. You in your previous life, bro, you sustained a certain amount of success, and there's people that were blatantly just lying on you, bro, for no reason. For sure. Just blatantly. Everybody, motherfuckers who are around know the truth.
Absolutely.
But guess what? They're just gonna do it because motherfuckers just, like I say, they always feel like they gotta have something on somebody or something over somebody. Like, come on, man. Like y'all picking that just every little thing we do is not gonna fuck up the team. Like these boys are gonna have to go out there and play. regardless.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
T-Rail Zillow on YouTube said exactly, just like they keep pumping his Tebow story, like we gave him $100 million and planned to use him like Kelsey. Absolutely, man. That's the thing. You know, he took a veteran minimum to come in. He's competing for a roster spot. If he wasn't Tim Tebow, he wouldn't be receiving the media attention he is. But because he is, and that's fine. And yes, he got the gig because of his relationships. Well, let me say this. This is what I got to keep reminding folks. He didn't get the contract because of his relationship. He got the opportunity to get the contract because of his relationship. Let me explain what I mean. I have two sons, Brock and Major, right? Let's say Brock and Major grow up well into their 20s. Let's say Major's uber successful. My man is very smart. He goes out there. He's good with his money. He's successful in everything he does. He shows great drive, good work ethic. You know, me and him are constantly talking. He's paid back any sort of loan I've given him. I have faith in Major, right? I've raised him well. Let's say Brock grows up, same opportunities as Major, but he doesn't take advantage of them in the same way. Instead, he's still living in my basement. He's playing video games 24/7. He has no real job. He's delivering pizza pies, but he comes to me and he's got opportunity after opportunity after opportunity handed to him, and he shits the bed every time. If Major comes to me and says, Dad, I got this opportunity here. I really think this will work. I'd like to do this. Even if it's completely outside the box of what he's normally done before, I'm going to listen to him because he's earned the conversation. The relationship we have has earned him the conversation to sit down at the table and present his piece to me. Now, if I feel like that makes sense afterwards, I'll grant him said opportunity. But he earned the opportunity to at least sit in front of me and have the conversation because of his track record with me. Now, Brock may not garner that same situation. He's not going to garner the same response. He hasn't earned it. He shit the bed every time. He's messed up along the way. And I pray to God this don't happen, man. God, don't utilize this episode for my kids' futures. Please don't make Brock. Brock got to be the one in the league, I promise. But, you know, his name Brock. He's either going to be an NFL player or a stoner. Those are the only two options. So let's make sure it's the NFL player. Or he could be a stoner in the NFL.
I was about to say,
Evan Britton.
I was about to say, shit. By the time he get there, that's gonna be on the doctor's list. Like, hey, no,
right? You
need some Bubba Kush and you need some live resin and some strawberry cough, man. That's gonna get you right, man. Your back's gonna be feeling great in the morning.
Well, we got to remember, man, that it's the relationship that gives you the opportunity to get in the door. It's your work ethic, your effort that keeps you there. That is life, period. Yeah, that is life at every single job. I can get you the job, bro. Yes, I have the plug. You have to keep the job. I'll get you the interview. You have to sell it and get your name on the paper. So let's see. We got D-Royal904. He says they definitely tried to finesse us with the draft phone. Thank God Urban had Trevor's number. Absolutely, man. I don't care what they say, bro. They definitely tried to finesse us on draft night, man. But this is the Men In Teal Podcast, man. As always, it's brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. You got to make sure that you check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group, man. Discover the one source difference. Yeah.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
Yes, 904 Printing, they really are just better, duh, and they are the official provider of the Men In Teal Podcast apparel. You can find them online, the apparel link that is, at C9 Vibes. That is C, the letter C, 9, the number 9, vibes.com. click on Men In Teal, and that'll take you to all of our apparel. We have the Trevor F. and Lawrence shirt still on there available. We have the tight end Tebow shirt. We've got the new Urban Legend shirt on there. If you haven't seen that one, you're asleep, bro. That Urban Legend shirt is special, dog.
Hell yeah.
That's some of my best work. And they go, he has 6 fingers, right? I say, yeah, that's for the 6 rings he's finna win, bitch. Sit down.
Yeah. It's funny because in that picture, because I saw that, it's just his outside of his palm. I mean, yeah. Because I looked at the original picture. I looked like I had like
you had to go back and look, right? You had to go wait, what the fuck happened?
I said, this T.I. has 6 fingers? Oh, okay, no. I'm tripping. I said, it's just, I guess, on the image. So when we do it, when we finish getting those out, we may have to we're gonna probably use a cleaner image.
That's the one, bro.
No, I know, but
6 fingers shouted.
It's fine. You can have a palm tag.
No, 6 fingers.
Oh,
don't tell him, Mr. Palm, bro. It's 6 fingers for 6 rings, bro.
Well, Lil Wayne got the world in his palm, so you can crush it.
You can do whatever. You can do whatever you want, right? So I mean, hey, the first person told me that, I was shocked. I ran to the image like, wait, what? I looked at it, I was like, damn, he do got 6 fingers. And then I looked, I said, wait a second. I
didn't even say nothing. But when y'all first seen it, I was like, you would have 5. I was like, hold on, let me go look at this. And I was like, and I just started laughing. And then, oh man, fellas.
Yo, fellas. Yes, hey, man, I do want to say, man, make sure you guys, if you're not already doing it, go follow Jimmy on Twitter, man. He is always active and pro-Jag as hell, man. So follow him on Twitter at Jimmy Smith Jags. Very, very active. He'll retweet you. He'll show you love. He'll talk with you. Jimmy loves the fans, man. And that's one of the best things about him, honestly. Like, let's take the play away and let's just look at who he is post-career. I mean, he's one of the best post-career Jaguar players we've been fortunate enough to have. He supports the team. He supports the franchise. He's constantly pro-Jag. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So having him on like that is definitely where we want to be. And so definitely go out there and support him. Follow him there. Make sure you like the C apostrophe Beta. I know I gotta put apostrophe so they know, because you gotta remember we also got the relevant. Yes. So it's the Beta, that C apostrophe BIDA CBD drinks. Like the page on Facebook, or you can just go ahead right to the website and order online. That's www.cbida.com, and you can get all of your favorite flavors delivered. It's a beautiful thing, man. In your browser. I gotta send a message here to our next guest and make sure that he knows how to get it in. But it's gonna be a party, man. We're gonna keep it going. Actually, while we get this set up, I do want to go ahead and announce next week's guest. We'll go ahead and get that out right now. Next week, we will have the one and only UCF Jaguar in the building, man. I will be in the building for next week's episode. I'm excited about that, man. UCF Jaguar is awesome. Great YouTuber. One of the bigger Jacksonville Jaguar content providers, man. My guy shot up. He's up there around 12,000 subscribers now. And I remember when he first started just doing it in the whip. So shout out to UCF Jaguar. Tune in next week, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll be live with UCF Jaguar talking it up about how he feels about the upcoming season and what we expect. Now, moving into our next segment, man. This is the debut segment we've been talking about. Excited as hell to have my brother on here, man. The one and only Mr. Todd Jackson in the building. About to give y'all a little taste of OUTTA POCKET with QB1 Todd Jackson.
You out of pocket, you out of place, you out of pocket, you out of place, you out of pocket, you out of place. But you out of pocket, you out of place.
Well, I kind of like that song. I'm about to go download that bitch on Spotify. I don't even know who's singing. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You tell me.
That bitch hard. That bit's hard, man. It's hard.
I'm trying to tell you, Ty, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
What's happening? What's happening? What's going on?
Man, I can't call it, bro. Listen, I try to tell the people, man. I talked about it when I first introduced the segment, man. Out of all the quarterbacks I had the pleasure of blocking for or missing some blocks and getting killed, you was my favorite.
Hey, one thing about it, I'm gonna say it live here tonight. I can always depend on you.
Hey, I'm there for you.
Say, you know, my left tackle, you, Torres, Craig, y'all three, like on the offensive line, I would always play with y'all. I could be in the damn wheelchair and they could say, hey man, we need y'all to play at 55, 56 years old.
Let's run it.
Get out there and really think that y'all are still blocked for me.
I'm gonna try. I'm cutting every play.
Hey, definitely. And then, hey, also, we went to the championship our rookie season semi-pro, so let's not forget that. Like we made waves in the city, you know, in 2009. That's
a fact. That was Ty with the dreads.
Yeah,
that was Ty with the dreads. That was Ty with. Let me tell you, when Ty cut the dreads, I was so hot. Ty cut the dreads, and he told me, he said, "Kenny, man, listen, how many quarterbacks in the league got dreads?"
Yep.
I said, I don't want to hear that shit.
Hey, Ken, I was out of pocket.
Hey, you was. Because, hey, them things used to be flowing. My dog was gone. He'd get out that pocket and take off. Them things be bouncing in the wind. Cats trying to catch him. Can't catch him.
Looking like Denard Robinson in Michigan, man.
So, man, I love to have you on, man. I hope this works out to where we keep this thing popping every week. I have no doubt in my mind it will, man. You've done a lot of great things on cam, behind the microphone, across the board, man. So, I mean, just tell the people a little bit about you and what you've been doing these last few years.
I've actually been working on my acting career. Most recently, I was signed with Tyler Perry for a year as an extra with the cast of Sisters, which comes on BET. I was in season 1, episode 10 and 11, I believe. Also, I've been working with Carlos Smith. He has a Soul Hood Saga, a movie that's like winning awards and like making waves across the world. So it's been mostly about my acting career, my kids, you know, things like that. But, you know, haven't been really doing too much football related. But, you know, other than that, I've been definitely keeping up with the game itself and my quarterbacks especially.
Absolutely. And that's why we bring you in, man, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm coaching high school football now, man, and it's something that is like second to none, man. It's one of the best things I've ever done in my life. I've been blessed to do some pretty amazing things, travel the world, get to see all type of things, and been a jack of all trades, so to speak. But this right here might be the best thing I've ever done. And I think it has a lot to do with the fact that I played the game, right? When you played the game and you played the – now, I'm not going to go out there and try to coach a quarterback. I'll help a quarterback. You know, shout out Brady Dessert, my quarterback back at East Troy. I was able to work with him and help him do things to make him a better athlete, but I had no idea how to teach him to read a defense beyond certain things. It's just because I had never done it. I can tell you the basics, but I can't tell you the real deal down there. Now, when we talk about the trenches, we can have that conversation and I can get down there. So there was nobody better when I said, man, I really want to do a segment focused around quarterback play. The Jacksonville Jaguars have clearly upgraded the quarterback position to the highest it has ever been in franchise history. The quarterback topic across the league is the hottest it's been. This draft class might be the best draft class we've seen in decades.
Yeah, if they all pan out, I mean, it's
the best draft class.
Yeah, if all these QBs plan out, it's gonna look like some 1985 shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna look crazy. Some 1987 shit. It's gonna look ridiculous because you already got guys in the league right now who are going crazy. And if these young boys can go out there and then, because all these guys can run. I mean, honestly, except for like, Zach Wilson can run. Like, all these guys can move.
They're all mobile.
These offenses are getting real crazy, and shit. All it takes is a few plays to go a few ways, and you blow motherfuckers out. Like, it's crazy.
These guys are extremely mobile. They are good at getting out of the pocket, and that's what we're here to talk about, man. QB1 Todd Jackson. Let me know, man, who out of pocket right now at the quarterback position?
Who's out of pocket right now? I think that Deshaun Watson is kind of out of pocket at the moment. Being that he has a lot of legal obligations that he has going on right now that he's still demanding a trade. I kind of feel like football should be last on his list, or right now you shouldn't, because I feel personally with the allegations that he's been that he has following him, Houston was going to cut him anyway. So I don't think it's an issue where they're going to, trade and say, they're going to release him or anything. He's already gone because they're not going to want to deal with the publicity behind that. Then you also got your boy Aaron Rodgers. Now, I love A-Rod. A-Rod, hell of a quarterback. But I think he's not good when he has pressure on him. He has to take into accountability. He was that quarterback that Jordan Love is. He was that same guy when Brett Favre was in Green Bay and they bought Aaron Rodgers in. Brett Favre didn't say, I'm finna pack my shit and haul ass. He didn't say that. Brett Favre said, I'm going to play until this kid play me out. I'm going to mentor this kid, and that's what made Aaron Rodgers the quarterback that he is. So right now, I kind of feel like those two quarterbacks right now are completely out of pocket. And I don't. Deshaun Watson, it's just that his situation just makes me nervous. I don't know if he's being put in that situation because
probably pissed off at the Jaguars national too, because but they didn't give a fuck. They wanted Jalen Ramsey out of Jacksonville too. Bro, they okayed that. They wanted him to go into the biggest market he could go into because it'll turn him into the biggest star it possibly could. So,
but what they did by doing that was they woke the player up and they woke David Magletti or Magletta, whatever the hell. They woke his agent up to say, hey, guys, you can force your way out of these teams.
Yeah. Oh, this is the NBA. No, bitch, this is not the NBA.
It looks like we having the same issues again with the connection on the guest. I think it might be the cell phone deal, bro. Maybe it's the cell phone deal. Because I believe Jimmy was on his phone as well, and Ty was on his phone. And they seem to lose signal. And when that happens, they lose Mike. So no problem at all, man. That was QB1 Todd Jackson with OUTTA POCKET.
You out of pocket, you out of place. You out of pocket, you out of place. You out of pocket, you out of place. But you out of pocket, you out of place.
Hold on. Ty back? Hold on. Let's see. We got him back? You back? You good? Mic check? Nope, he's not good. All right, so that was QB1 Todd Jackson with OUTTA POCKET, man. It's not we got the issues going. We got to figure out the setup to get off the cell phone and get on the solid Wi-Fi because that's all it is, connection. That's all. But no big deal, man. That was Todd Jackson, my favorite quarterback of all time. I tell you, whenever I would go to another team, I was calling Todd like, hey, man, we need a quarterback over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, come on over here. So I don't think there's a team that I played on that Todd didn't make his way to at some point. When I went to Arena, I sat there in that coach's office signing my contract, and I pushed for Todd Jackson to come play quarterback out there. And I actually called Todd from that office. And at that point in time, Todd had some other things going on, and he wasn't able to come join me. But that was the goal, man, always. That's my brother right there, for real. And whatever he got to say about a quarterback, goddammit, I vouch for it. Unless he hates on Blake. We can't have that. Chill, Todd. Don't hate on Balake. But
no, look, he got off before I could say something about wearing that damn Jalen Ramsey jersey.
Hey, Todd did come on with the Jalen Ramsey jersey. We might not get to let him back next week, bro. He might have to come on in a...
And I was about to argue that Aaron Rodgers shit. Because
not the Aaron Rodgers shit. I think you're right, bro.
No, because Brett Favre was a dick. Brett Favre threatened to retire multiple times.
Yeah,
he did not want Aaron Rodgers there. He did not understand why they drafted him.
Oh yeah,
he didn't try to mentor him.
But guess what though? You're doing the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. But that was the same. No, he was saying that he was like Brett Favre didn't do the same things to him, but he did the same exact things.
To sum it up, though, it's the same outcome. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's the bigger problem. Is what Aaron Rodgers is doing right now is exactly what was being done to him.
It is exactly.
You are hating on your predecessor You are trying everything to hold this franchise hostage. Now
you're
your
not
host
gonna,
in jeopardy.
He says he's here. Oh my bad. That's loud.
Oh, can he? But is the mic working? Hold on, the mic working? What's up? Can I hear you, Ty? Can you hear us?
Yeah,
I can't hear him. There we go. There we go. Yeah,
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So y'all doing Ricky pranks on me? That's fucked up.
Nah, shit. The whole sound went out on your end. Jimmy Smith had the same issue.
Oh, he gone again. Hey, we hazing.
All right, it's about the Jalen Ramsey jersey. I already know. It's about the
Trust
jersey.
me, I was getting to it.
Who he talking about?
Exactly.
I didn't hear what he said. What he said? That damn jersey. Hey, as soon as so when we bring a guest on, right? We bring a guest on. They sit in the queue for a moment. We can see them, but they can't be seen by the viewers, right? So y'all know. I'm looking at this man's jersey going, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I knew exactly what the fuck it was. I'm like, I was trying to get to that.
We was just going off on the Jalen Ramsey situation. He came on in a Rams jersey.
Hey, man, I love Jimmy.
Hey, you lucky Jimmy not watching right now. If Jimmy Smith was watching right now, he would never say nothing good about our show again.
Definitely.
Hey, Jimmy, you the GOAT. Jimmy, you was the best Jaguar. Jimmy Smith was the greatest Jaguar to play. Him, and then I would say Fred Taylor.
Fred Taylor, yes, sir.
Yeah,
like
him, Fred, Tony.
Yeah. Like okay. I mean,
see, that's why I feel the same way because he was the left tackle for a left-handed quarterback, and to me, Leon Searcy deserves more credit for a lot of that.
Right. I was going to say.
Yeah. But he was the best in the league at his position. That's the thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, he was. He kept it out there, but they knew that the pressure was coming. Like Leon had to be a certain kind of nasty because that pressure was coming his side every time.
Oh, 100%.
Tony now in the run.
Tony is one of the best Jaguars of all time, and he's a Hall of Famer. That doesn't take away from Leon.
Yeah. But in the run game, it was in the run game. You didn't nobody want none of Tony Baselli in the run game,
right? And
you know what I'm saying?
I like Tony. Like Kenny,
I like him.
You reminded me of Tony. You reminded me of Tony Baselli. Game, like I was like, I mean, when you mention top 3 Jaguars, I would say that he's in the top 5 because I mean, there's other players that was, I think, were more effective to the team than he was.
Who would you put ahead of him? Jimmy, Fred.
I would say Jimmy, Fred. Me personally, and I know I'm kind of like walking on the road. Calais Campbell, the 2-3 years he was there with us, he kind of like made a big impact on that Saxonville, that Saxonville defense. Right. Kind of started with him, so I kind of he's in that category too. But I kind of he's I guess him and Tony Baselli, you kind of say that they're in the same boat. So
yeah,
because it was short term. It was short term on both of them.
Right.
Tony was here 6 years,
and I wouldn't be mad at Jalen Ramsey being the 5.
I agree. He definitely has the best defensive.
So this show is now the Agent K show. Get that shit the fuck out of here. We not finna do that. Y'all not finna put Jalen Ramsey bitch ass in the top 5 on this motherfucking show. I'm so mad right now. I'm about to punch this flat screen. Y'all gonna put Jalen Ramsey above Mojo? Huh? Above Tony Brackens? Huh? Stop it. I'm not playing with y'all, man. I'm not playing with y'all no more, bro.
I knew you were gonna do that when I said it, so I made sure to get it out all the way. But I'm just saying, bro, like, that shit was pressure out there, bro. Like,
Ty, hold on. Let me ask Ty something. Ty, let me ask you a question. If somebody on our team would have walked out there and faked the injury to not play, somebody who mattered to our team.
I'm not saying I have respect for him as a man.
No. I got you. But I want to get his perspective on this. If somebody on any of our teams would have walked out there and just blatantly quit on us like that so they could better their personal situation, when we out here trying to win football games and go to the ship, a year or two removed from being right there, how would you have felt if Sam or Joe Lang didn't show up? If Joe Lang hobbled off the field and said, my bike hurt.
I'm gonna say this. Joe, we're gonna use Joe as a prime example. We're gonna use Joe because that he's like we're gonna say that. If
one of the best athletes I've ever seen, not on the TV.
Period, hands down. So if Joe, I'm not gonna name a coach, I'm just gonna put that out there. But if Joe would have gotten into it with that particular coach that me and you literally took our pads off the field on. Because you have blamed Joe, because remember what that coach said to me and you. So we don't know what Tom Coughlin said to Jalen Ramsey in that front office that made him, that made Tevin feel the way that he felt, that made a couple more of those guys feel the way that they felt, and they wanted out of Jacksonville a year removed from the AFC Championship. That was personal shit that went on that we the fans don't know nothing about.
Yeah, I have a theory, but it's just like it was kind of going to about what I was saying earlier, but I definitely cannot air that.
I'm talking about that. Hey, if you even get close, I gotta turn the camera off. We can't do that.
I wouldn't dare. Yeah. I wouldn't dare. No, I wouldn't dare. But I know how Tom Coughlin is, and I probably know how a little bit of the conversation went, and a lot of the conversation went like, hey, like this city is not that small, it's not that big. Like, I hope you understand that this city is not that big. Anything that you do, I'm pretty much gonna know. Like, I done had this bitch 80,000 motherfucker rocking crazy, and the people look at me on some like mafioso shit when they see Tom Coughlin, you know what I'm saying? Right. So I could imagine the shit that went on in there, bro. Like, and I know what Shaw probably did. Shaw probably tried to smooth it over. He probably showed up with a duffel bag. It probably weighed about 10, 15 pounds, maybe. Probably tried to smooth it out. Like, hey man, we can, you know what I'm saying? We can.
That's why I said, man, it was something personal that was said that. I mean, that Jalen walk away from that money too, because he had plenty of friends. He loved his city. He made that completely clear. It was something that Tom Coughlin said to that man that rubbed in the wrong way. Like, which you say we can't.
Let me tell you something.
We not gonna speak about it on there.
I've been very, very intimate on my Jalen Ramsey hate. I've been very, very strong about this since day one. This might be the first time that somebody has presented an argument to me that I could understand on a personal level. And with what Todd really just said, he cutting in and out again. I'm gonna give him a second to get his signal back. What Todd just said, it spoke to me. It really did, because he said when we took our pads off and walked off the field, and I remember that moment. I remember that day very, very well. So yeah, there was a time when pride became bigger than our overall goal. Now, at the same time, I'll tell you this. What was said to Todd. And when I saw Todd walk out, I felt that was my quarterback, and I'll follow him. And he was our leader. So I'm with him. And we as a group chose Todd over the staff at that point. So to me, that's where it's a little different. We chose him. It was, hey, you know, Todd used to come to the huddle, and Todd would be like, hey, man, coach said to run this dumbass shit. We ain't finna run that. Right. Here's what we finna do. And we would look at him and go, yes, sir, let's go. Whatever you say, because you the man got to make the play. And we had lost faith in the staff at that point. And so we was running what Todd called, and that's what we would go with. And it worked. It worked. So no, that's definitely, like I said, man, that's the first time that I've ever had a moment in the Jalen Ramsey debate where I sat back and said, maybe I shouldn't hate him so much. But still, fuck him though. But hey, look though. Back to the quarterback situation. Talk to me about Jacksonville and Trevor Lawrence, man. I know that me and you had disagreements with Blake long ago. You loved him. You did support Blake, and you were never too overly critical, but you definitely were a part of the move on from Blake Bortles after 17 campaign. You were big on that. You were vocal about it. And Minshew, you were kind of hot and cold. It was back and forth. And so now you got Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence is by far the most talented quarterback the Jaguars have ever drafted. What do you see in Trevor Lawrence that makes him so different from all the other quarterbacks that have dressed in the teal and black? Are you serious? Bro, I just asked like the dopest question, and it was in media guy voice with the pauses and shit, and he fucking disappeared. I'm about to snap. Anyway, this great show has been brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. You can check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group. Discover the one source difference. And our good folks over at 904 Printing.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
904 Printing, they are just better, duh. Make sure you check them out. They have a what's it called, bro? Shopify, right?
Yeah.
Shopify.
I think it was a Shopify. Oh, it was Cloud9.
Yeah, but it's a Shopify.
Shopify,
They own the domain. Yeah, so it's a Shopify account where you can purchase all of their apparel, but you can also purchase Men In Teal Podcast apparel directly from their Shopify at c9vibes.com. Click on the Men In Teal link, and it'll take you to all of our custom apparel that we have. That was Todd Jackson, man. We're out of pocket. It'll be a weekly deal. We'll have Todd on to talk quarterback play in the NFL. It won't always be so all over the place. Calm down. We're just having some fun. You never know what you're going to get, though, with me and Todd out here. I promise you. We might start bringing up some more locker room stories. We might start talking about who was out here smashing whose teammate. Oh, we ain't going to go there, but we might talk about all type of shit. You never know, man, because, man, me and Ty go back. I mean, back. Hold on. Let me give you a time. I'm going to try. I got to do this. Ty, you there? Can you hear me, Mr. Jackson? Mr. Jackson, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Todd! It's not working. It's just not working.
This shit is tripping.
Nope. All right. So it's it's not working. So I'm gonna save the story for next week. I'll hint to the story because I'm sure he can see us. We just can't get him on. So I'm gonna hint to the story. I'm gonna tell you this. Next week, we're gonna talk about a story that involves my rookie season. His rookie season in semi-pro football. Now, we are just fresh out of high school. We are two knuckleheads that blew scholarships and got in a lot of trouble at different schools and were just fucking retarded out in trouble. And we're forced to go through some of the craziest situations to keep playing football. But it did. It worked. It got us to the next level. Todd is a former professional football player. He was able to make it and live out his dream and collect a paycheck to play football. So that's a beautiful thing. I myself the same with Arena. And so that's the overall goal, right? Is that. But in our rookie season, we played for a team. I won't say who, but this team, the quarterback that started over Todd at the beginning of this season, when I first showed up and got thrown into the mix, this quarterback was on the sideline playing in brown Filas, and he had a duffel bag that did not have equipment. No, instead it was filled with firearms. We'll save that story for next week, though.
Jesus Christ.
That's the craziest shit I've ever experienced on football, on the football field in my entire life. So That's going to be great. I can't wait to talk about that next week with Todd. It's a beautiful thing. But let's get back to it, man. Let's keep the ball rolling here. We got a few more minutes with y'all. Let's jump to the comments and see. Shout out to Eric Berger, man. He purchased one of the Trevor Lawrence T-shirts. Big Marcus, Mr. Fellas in the building, man. Shout out to him. NJV off YouTube says 2021 AFC South champs. Absolutely. And that is more possible than any of you realize. I promise you that. Shout out to my mama, Sandra, always tuned in for the whole show. She like you more than me, though. I don't like that. She be like, tell Jay I said hi. I'd be like, no.
Yeah, because look, he never tells me. So, hey.
I say no. Hey, David on YouTube says, nah, Brett said it's not his job to Aaron Rodgers and bullied him till the Packers shoved Brett out. Absolutely. That's what you were saying, man. It was definitely like that. For sure. Jerry Brown, shout out to the Jaguars Let's Go Facebook group, man. One of the best Facebook groups for Jacksonville Jaguar content for sure. And then Bobo says, this is on YouTube, he says, Mark Brunell, y'all tripping. Mark Brunell is not top 5 Jaguars for me.
You said Mark Brunell? Me either.
I can't agree with that sentiment. And now you can always have your own top 5. If I was to give you a top 10, I guarantee you it would include some players on my list that are not on yours and vice versa. Mark Brunell, we talked about this when we went into the retiree numbers thing. First of all, I'd like to say that after doing more research, we found out the number was not actually retired. Mark Brunell's number 8 is not retired in Jacksonville. They just more so steer people away from wearing it.
Yeah.
So 8, 71, those numbers are typically just not worn out of respect.
Especially if you're black. You better not put on that 8. That 8 is for Mark.
I wanted that 8 to come back, and I wanted Andre Sisco to be the one to wear it because I've said since we drafted him, I think Andre Sisco is the second coming of Double D if Double D was a ball hawk. Yeah. Like Double D was a thumper. Obviously, Double D couldn't play today in today's football because he would be fucking fined every game. He would be suspended repeatedly. It wouldn't even be a thing. But I think that we finally have an answer at safety that we haven't had since Donovan Darius, that we could have had with Reggie Nelson, but poor coaching led to that early departure. Absolutely. Jerry Brown out here posting 2 silver. Oh, no, they're not silver. They look silver in the thing. 2 footballs. See, I definitely thought those were 2 silver footballs representing the Lombardis, meaning we was going to win the next 2 out of 3. I was going to agree with him. And then here go this crazy lady again. I love me some Jay. I just, you know what? Let's get her off the feed. We're not gonna do that no more. Oh, gotta see him. No, I think she's talking about Jay again. We gotta can I get a comment that's not about Jay for a second? This is really hurting my pride right now. Can somebody send me something about me? That'd be great. Jack Curry got to show support, my man. Jack Curry. Who we talking about? Jack Curry.
Don't know.
I don't know. UCF Jags said, damn, UCF is in here. That's what it was. He commented that. So let me see. My boy, Boss Theo White says, don't throw stones at a glass house, Mr. Ramsey. Absolutely, man. Jalen needs to mind his own damn business. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Calvin. Now, see, this is another cat. Calvin White. Rasheem Mathis is what we called him. Calvin played with us as well. Me and Todd. Calvin's one of the best DBs I had the pleasure of being around, man. He was a sure lockdown guy. I love, man. Golly, we had some talent, bro. Jesus Christ! Shout out to the Jags, man.
Was it kind of like a ragtag bunch?
Like a bunch of Bad News Bears knuckleheads?
Yeah, like just kind of.
It was. You know what it was? You know what it was like? It was like The Longest Yard.
Okay, so let's say just like a lot of a lot of mix match, like you know what I'm saying, like different people, but same kind of just a lot of different personalities and shit.
It was, man, and we saw some wild shit happen. Like there was, I mean, and like I said, I think that'll be something that I'll talk with Todd with, and we'll do, and we'll try to get some other guys that played with us in the past on the show just for some stories, because not to relive our glory days, But to talk about just some of the wildest shit you've ever, I'm talking about gunshots at practice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the craziest shit you've ever heard involving football. Some last Boy Scout type shit. So definitely we'll have some stories to get out there. Jags history was questioned. I believe that was for Jimmy. What is he expecting from Tebow at tight end? Jimmy is very pro Tebow at tight end. He believes it'll work. He's commented that a lot on his Twitter. If you don't follow Jimmy, go ahead and hop on and get that follow on for Jimmy. It's very, very simple. At Jimmy Smith Jags. Follow him. He is constantly posting pro Jag stuff. And he is definitely big on the Tim Tebow move. He supports it 100%. So I definitely rock with this. Jaguars fan on YouTube says, how many wins will the Jaguars have this season? So we've done our way too early predictions right after the draft.
So I think that question was for Jimmy too.
It's all the way at the end now.
Yeah,
but just came in.
No, that was early. I saw that question earlier in the feed when Jimmy was on.
Oh, well, I think he requested it because it just came through again at 45, at 8:45. Okay. Yeah, because I did see that too. I was just scrolling.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, Jack. That was somebody else that asked. Somebody asked that same question. But yeah, my bad. Yep. Yeah.
No, you're right.
I'm not looking.
But how many wins will the Jaguars have this season? We talked about this previously, and I definitely am going to jump on a limb here, and I know this is a big number, but after reviewing the schedule, I think that we 100% have the ability to win 12 games this year. I know that's a huge jump, and I know the likelihood of going from worst to first is slim.
Did you write down what I said? Because I don't remember.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I think you were around the 9 or 10 mark, if I remember correctly. You and Big Marcus were floating around 10.
I said 7 low end, 10 high.
Yeah, I think you were right there. Is it okay to brush your beard on the show with a pink brush? I think it is. I think it's dope. It's definitely a stretch. I won't, I'm not naive to that fact. Going out and winning 12 games after you only won one a year before is a big reach. But I see it being more than possible.
Well, it's possible there's a lot of stuff that factored into that 1-15. So I
think that if you don't watch, if you watch what is happening out there at Jaguars minicamp and OTAs, first of all, nearly perfect attendance, right? So that's big in itself. And then watching guys like Shaq Griffin out there talking about minicamp and the energy and what he sees and how he feels. It's huge, bro. He is really, really it seems like people are buying in to what Urban Meyer is doing on a whole different level. And this is kind of funny to me because this is where people were talking about him not like, or more so saying what he couldn't do. He wasn't going to be able to go and bring that college-like atmosphere to the NFL. It wasn't going to work. But I hate to tell you, it looks like it is, big dog.
Definitely.
Like,
we got to see on the field, but this is that's the thing. Like, I feel like there will probably be some ups and downs. So,
right.
I'm not looking for nothing to be if it's perfect before 4 or 5 years, then more to it. But
right.
I want sustainability for our team. I would love to have a program like, like to where players come in and they actually get better. Like all of them, not just the top guys. Like the 53rd man on that roster is getting better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so somebody goes down, it should feel like college. It should feel like, yeah, bro, you're ready. Like, you got here for a reason. You're here for a reason. I don't know if it's confidence, but that's gonna be the only thing. It's gonna have to be confidence, and that's something you're gonna have to work on, or you just can't. You know what I'm saying? You won't be on the team because the physical part and doing all the like that shit's about to be everybody doing the same shit. You work the same way. We work together. We work as one, but at the same time, you got to be working on your own too. But if you can't, shit. I was looking at Jimbo comment just came. It says 20-0. We winning it all. Let's fucking go. I feel you, man. I love the optimism, dog.
And I mean, and I think for the first time in a long time, it's justifiable. Like, it's okay to feel that way. Like, you could genuinely make an argument for this. Like, it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that the Jaguars can make such a drastic change right away. It's really not. Because you have so much change from top to bottom. Definitely. The change is massive. So, yeah, I definitely believe that this is something that can happen. Now, are we going to go undefeated? I mean, it's almost impossible. So, you know, shout out to my brother, but, you know, he kind of tripping a little bit there. But yeah, it is possible to make some major moves like that. Sabita, yeah, the Sabita got him twisted. For sure. So, hold on. Let me do this, right? If I want to bring on like this. Hold on, like this. Like this. Don't look at my Pornhub, guys. Don't look at my Pornhub. If this doesn't excite you, I don't know what will.
If I'm anybody watching, I wouldn't want to miss this team and whatever game we have to play and whoever we play. You want to be there, you want to see it because it's going to be something great. We're going to have some greatness. We're going to make some greatness, and I'm excited for it.
I mean, first of all, Shaq Griffin looks jacked. That's a corner. And he looks jacked. Like, bro looks like he could go out there right now and slap the fuck out somebody at middle linebacker. Like, did you see Visca? Did you see LaVisca Chenault, bro? LaVisca Chenault looks like he eats people for breakfast.
No, I didn't.
Now, they only have a small clip.
I know he's a thick boy, but
we're gonna do this one more time for those of you who haven't seen it yet. We'll do this one more time. Bam. Bam. Let's run that back.
I'm a big guy, and individually, like, I have a lot of individual things going on. So he basically, get with you one-on-one. If not one-on-one, he talks to you, try to understand what can you do and what can't you do, or what's hurting you, or what's not hurting you. Either way it goes, they're going to try to, help you out and do what's best for you.
LaVisca Chenault is fucking jacked, bro. He looks like he could start at running back right now and just slam shit. I mean, oh my God, bro. The dude is a monster.
The more people that you have to like, and that's the thing I like that because the defense, right now, the defense don't have to worry about tackling. They used to tackling 125-pound Dede Westbrook. 130-pound, 120-pound, 119-pound Keelan Cole. I don't even know how big that motherfucker was. How little that motherfucker was. Let me ask
you this. ESPN, some dickhead over at ESPN drops a hot take, so to speak, where the Jacksonville Jaguars may try to attempt to trade for Julio Jones, where they would trade LaVisca Chenault in the second-round pick for Julio Jones. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I kind of understand it, but I wouldn't do it. Because I mean, yeah, Trevor Lawrence and Julio Jones is like,
that'd be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? That's some pressure. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, do you mess? This kid's young. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what that is, and if he could potentially be with all this shit going on, I don't need him to be Julio Jones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's a different type of cat. Like, Visca reminds me of like Anquan Bolden. Yeah. Like, Visca's who I'm sending over the middle. Like Jimmy said, no, Collins stays on the outside. Absolutely. Like, I think Marvin Jones is your bridge player until Colin Johnson proves he can break out. Then Marvin Jones has helped him out, gotten him ready. Marvin Jones moves on. Colin Johnson takes over. If DJ is who he is supposed to be, DJ's your one. Colin Johnson is your two. They're the Thunder and Lightning type duo you've been waiting to have. Chark stretches the field. Colin Johnson is physical, dominant route runner, beast mode. And Visca is coming across the middle. He cannot be tackled. He is a monster in contact.
He breaks tackles, he likes contact. So he'll break a tackle because you thought you were just going to tackle him. No, he just ran your ass over.
Facts. Jerry Brown says 9-10 for him. So Jerry Brown got us going into the playoffs. I like it.
I
Jaguars fan.
I was guessing it meant 9 to 10 wins.
Nah, he said 9 and 10. Don't do that. He said 9 and 10. We're going to the playoffs. Jimbo said 20-0. Jerry Brown got us going to the playoffs.
We wouldn't get to the playoffs with 10 losses.
And we could.
I don't think so.
You better ask the Seahawks.
They didn't get in with 10 losses.
But they got in with 7 wins.
Yeah, it's 9.
Okay, I'm just saying. There's another game. They got in with 7 fucking wins. All you got to do is sweep the division. You can lose the rest of the games.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 9 or 10. Yeah, see, look, 9 or 10.
You can get in with. You can get
Jay,
Stop siding with. God damn it, bro! Y'all gonna stop fucking siding with Jay today. My mom loves Jay. Jerry coming in siding with Jay. If I don't get some love, dog, I'm about to. You know what? Let's look at Jimbo's 20-0. That makes me feel positive. Jimbo's 20-0 excites me. Let's get back to that. Jerry Brown says, if it's more than that, I'll be fired the fuck up. Absolutely. Jerry Brown, did you get your Trevor F. and Lawrence shirt, sir? And if you have already received it, why have I not received a picture of you in your Trevor F. and Lawrence? I'm going to be creepy right now and ask you to send me a selfie of you in the T-shirt you purchased supporting the Men In Teal Podcast so I can post it and brag about how dope you are. So get that sent over to me. Jimbo says he and DJ put on 10 pounds each in muscle. Absolutely. And you can tell on Visca, man. He is popping. Let's get that comment out of there. 9 or 10 wins. Jerry, shush. Don't talk no more. Just be quiet, Jerry. D-Royal904 says 10 plus wins. Jags winning the division. Absolutely. Super possible too, man. It's definitely one of those situations where I can see it happening because the division is so fucked up. You're going to sweep the Texans, right? You're going to split with the Colts, bare minimum. Carson Wentz could be a complete failure out there, and you can sweep the Colts. And worst case scenario, you get swept by the Titans. I don't see that happening. I see, because even the first game against Tennessee, we almost knocked them out. We almost always will split with Tennessee or come damn close to it. If you go back to the games we've lost to Tennessee, the close ones, 1 or 2 more plays get made, that game is ours. I think we have the guys in position to make those 1 or 2 more plays. Jimbo, Carson Wentz going to throw a pick. Tannehill going to run around. Miles Jack going to get a sack. Boy, I said it's going down. That, yes, sir, is a great philosopher. Once said that.
Yes.
One did once say that. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the new hottest YouTube channel in the entire planet.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we've been popping like crazy lately, bro. Numbers just been shooting up, and that's been a beautiful thing. So make sure you get on YouTube, hop on the Men In Teal Podcast YouTube channel. Just simply search Men In Teal Podcast. There's nobody else close to us. Go ahead, hop on that, and get it popping, man. Tune in with us. We bring you the rawest Jacksonville Jaguar content at all times. We just recently hit 100 subscribers. That was a beautiful day for us. We celebrated it. We can't do it without y'all. So thank you. And yes, so since Jimbo said that, I just I really just want to do this right now. And I don't care. If you've heard it, you heard it. If you haven't, check this shit the fuck out.
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
We've been talking about it all day. Do the Jaguars officially have a new head coach?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just playing. Because you know what I want to talk about, bro? I want to talk about the Warren Sapp situation. I almost got off the show without talking about it.
Oh, man,
so,
definitely.
We need to talk about the Warren Sapp situation. So first of all, I need to clap right now for the Men In Teal Podcast, because the Men In Teal Podcast... The Men In Teal Podcast broke the Warren Sapp mentoring / coaching the Jacksonville Jaguars story. One of my good sources hit me up with the link to a YouTube fisherman guy's video that happened to be fishing with Warren Sapp. And during that video is when the Zoom call with the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive line occurred. So this wasn't something that was broken by the media already. We got our hands on this, and we ran with it, and boy, did we. It's our biggest video on YouTube now. It's done the highest numbers and shit. What? I only posted it 4 days ago. We're closing in on that 2,000 view mark. So thank you all for sharing it and tuning in. We're trying to give you that content, like I said, the best at all times. So this is great, I think. Warren Sapp coming in and mentoring the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line. First of all, there's no negatives to it whatsoever. As long as he's not giving financial advice, there's absolutely no negatives to the Warren Sapp mentoring / coaching up the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line. Would you agree?
Defensive line, but yeah.
Yeah, defensive line. Maybe you can coach the offensive line on how not to get swam on, ripped, and bull.
Yeah, definitely could be he can be a mentor to a lot of people in there. We can figure some shit out. We need some toughness.
We need some dog, and Warren Sapp is a fucking dog. In fact, he looked like he could play right now. That video, he looked a little in shape, and he sounded mighty doggish.
Yeah. He did look a lot. Yeah, he looked better than he'd been looking.
Yeah. He was out there. He was looking solid. So Warren Sapp Urban Meyer brings Warren Sapp in to mentor this defensive line. Does this not further your excitement level regarding Urban Meyer and increase your angst for the season to get here when you think about Urban Meyer reaching out to guys like Warren Sapp and saying, hey, come in here and get my defensive line ready. I want to change the culture here. Let's make this happen. That's not a move that a Doug Marrone would have done. I love Doug, but that's not a Doug move. That's not a Dave move.
Well, he don't really.
Todd
Some
Wash
of those connections ain't there.
That.
Those connections ain't there.
Yeah.
He couldn't make those moves.
But if you remember correctly, these guys were on here and they were crying, bro. They were crying about the fact that, and these were professional athletes, former professional athletes were crying that Urban Meyer's connections didn't expand beyond college football. So the coaches he brought in and the connections in his network was that of a college football coach. I still will never forget hearing that and thinking to myself, are you fucking crazy? This is Urban Meyer. He is a rock star. Not only has he coached some of the best to do it, he has been an analyst and worked with some of the best to do it. So for Urban Meyer to bring in Warren Sapp to coach up this defensive line and bring back Saxonville, that's the thing right there. To bring back Saxonville, I think it's huge for this team. With that, I'll ask you this before we wrap it up. Saxonville, do we need to retire it? Was that a Calais? Is that a Calais Campbell exclusive? I have heard some people say this, so I just want to get your thoughts. Is Saxonville Duval or is Saxonville the mayor, Calais Campbell?
That's Duval.
I agree.
He was the mayor of Saxonville, but guess what? Those people aren't the mayor forever.
No, ask Lenny Curry.
Yeah. And once you're the mayor, you're technically like always the mayor. It's like if you're the president, you're always president.
Always
whatever.
Mr. President, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah. So absolutely. I mean, so
Nat Glover's still sheriff.
Yeah, he's still sheriff. So you could pass. So I feel like that. Honestly, if that's the same, I'll treat it kind of like that. There definitely could be another mayor of Saxonville.
Absolutely. And if you had to throw a mayor of Saxonville coming up for this season way too early when you haven't seen Calais or Caleb Chason standing up out of the 2, Josh Allen standing up out of the 2, Jay Tafele, none of that, who you going to say?
Josh Allen.
I agree. Josh Allen. UCF says Jacksonville was too short-lived to retire it. If we had the D-line for 4 years ago, 4 years together, it would be different. Absolutely, man. Yeah. 100%. And I think, and we go back to that blueprint that we talked about before on previous episodes. Saxonville was set up to be successful for the long run. Calais Campbell wasn't supposed to be here beyond 3 to 4 years. That was his purpose, was to come in and get those boys ready. It was supposed to be Yannick Ngakoue. It was supposed to be Dante Fowler. You were supposed to have these guys. Then you were supposed to have Taven Bryan. Like, that's what was supposed to happen. You had a stable of potential pass rushes.
Exactly.
It all fell apart. That's all. We just had to blow it up. Man, this has been a great fucking show, man. I appreciate all of you for tuning in, rocking with us the entire time. You guys have no idea what it means to us. Make sure you tune in next week as we bring on the Jaguar YouTube GOAT, UCF Jag, and we get to popping and talking with him. My guy came from the fucking car, bro. He still drops YouTubes in the car sometimes. That's just that quick shit. He likes to be one of the first people to get his content out. But, man, I remember UCF Jaguar in the car with like 10 subscribers out here struggling to get his content off. Now the man over here got 12,000. He's popping like strippers in mascara. My dog got it going. UCF Jaguar, by far, one of the guys I look up to in this business, man. I really appreciate all of the support you've shown us thus far, and I can't wait to get you on. Can't wait to get you on next week. Make sure y'all don't miss that, man. 7 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. As always, UCF Jag next week. We going live with him, baby. It's going to be a fucking movie. You know it. Big shout out to the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. As always, this show is brought to you by them. So if you need any sort of custom apparel, trophies, awards, web services, vehicle wrapped, all of the above, simply hit them up online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group. Discover the one source difference, sir.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
Yes, 904 Printing, they are just better. So make sure you check them out and call for a quote today. 904 Printing. Check them out, 904-392-2139, like you heard that beautiful young lady tell you in the video. Now make sure you guys jump out there. That was all her too. And follow us on Twitter at Men In Teal Pod. You know it. Follow us on Instagram at Men In Teal Podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Simply search Men In Teal Podcast. Subscribe to the Twitch, Men In Teal Podcast. Whatever way you want to take the show in, man, we got it for you. Join the Facebook group. That's Men In Teal Podcast. That's where we the most active. I won't even lie to you. Make sure you do it. Big shout out to Jimmy Smith for coming on the show tonight. One of my favorite segments of all time by far. And we've had some pretty dope guests at times, Sean Karp, etc. But, man, that was one of the best moments of my life, to be honest with you. So make sure you follow him on Twitter at Jimmy Smith Jags, and make sure you support my man Jimmy Smith with his new product as it dropped. He's got distributors out there in Florida. I believe he said 22 stores in Florida alone. Then he's got the stores out there in Texas where he's dropping. It is simply Sabita, man. Sabita. CBD infused performance drinks, 24-hour shots and regular drinks to go along and get you through your day. CBD, this is third-party tested good stuff. It's backed and supported, and of course, it's backed by Jimmy Smith, so you got to support it. Sabita.com, that is CBIDA.com. Order yours today. If we can get some in before the show next week, we will do a little contest and give some away to some lucky fans out there. Y'all can support Jimmy with us right on there. You can follow him on Instagram at YourBlandCBD, YOURBLANCBD. You can like him on Facebook, C''BIDA, Sabita CBD Drinks. Like the Facebook page. Just do it, man. And make sure you tune in next week. UCF Jaguar live with the boys over here at the Men In Teal Podcast. Jay, you got anything else for the folks?
I don't know, bro. That shit was dope, bro. That shit flew. 2 hours flew by like that.
Even with the technical difficulties.
Even with the technical difficulties, it still felt good. It would have been better. It would have felt a lot better if we could have got a closing with Jimmy. But I mean, I feel like I said, I still feel like that was the best interview he's done all week.
It was by far one of my favorite moments of my life, man, for sure.
Yeah, talking to Jimmy is just crazy. Yeah, that too. I just want to be petty, but yeah, chopping
up football with Jimmy Smith, bro. It was just the best by far, man. It was the best. I am the hot take hooligan Agent K. That is the cannabis analyst, and you see why right now, Agent J, and we are gonna play you out.